Anything else for the budget? Anybody have any other? I know you didn't want to talk about the fee increases, right?
You're talking budget. The cap this year for the village of Poquott's fiscal year just on June 1st is 0.12% or 0.1%. So if you're budgeting for funds and you're looking to raise your taxes, that's your threshold.
Which is nothing.
Which is absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you're gonna end up busting your cap, which means you're gonna end up losing that sort of side of the rebate check for the state of New York rebate because you're busting your cap. Your other alternative would be to take a look at usage fees and then go back to the people who are paying the usage fees and say you're gonna have to pay more for the use that you're getting. I.e., discussed last time, the mooring permits. Basically, the mooring permit is $10. The dinghy permits, the dinghy rack space permits are $15. We need to take a look at both of those figures and say, yeah, this is no way we can substantiate having a mooring fee of $10. And the rack spaces, again, we've got people up there with 2, 3, 4 spaces because it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Nice place to put their boat. For $30, $45, they've got 3 spaces to hang their boat in. Bang, bang, boom. They're great. I had a resident who just moved in, told me that he paid $150 for a space on the South Shore. He was astounded we only charged $15. The other thing is we're giving out parking stickers to the Village of Poquott residents free. Anybody else, second sticker or renter, you pay $5 for. My thought would be everybody pays $5, period. Every sticker.
I think it should even go up more than that.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, we give out something like 300 stickers, of which 120, 30 of them are purchased, and the rest of them are free. We issue 150 dinghy stickers at $15 a piece. Just adding $10 to each one of those, make it 25. For the dinghy stickers, and you're looking at $1,500. We need the income. We're not going to be able to go to the tax base and say, okay, fine, we can just increase our taxes by $1 or $2.
By the time we look at the printing and fix the racks, we're not even making any money on that at all.
Nope. The stickers cost us $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Just the parking stickers, $1 each.
All right, so do we
Town
want
of Brookhaven has a $25 fee for town residents parking for a 2-year fee. It's $12.50 a year for the town of Brookhaven, and they don't care if you rent, own, or what. You're paying $12.50 a year for your sticker. If you want to use the park, if you want to use the boat racks, if you want to use the mooring spaces, I think the people who are doing that should be the ones that are paying for it. The rest of them who are not using the boat racks or the mooring spaces don't have to worry about paying for that aspect of it. Yeah, everybody pays for a parking sticker if they want to park in the parking lots, etc. But you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. So you have to take a look at those things.
Well, I think we gotta look at it now, because people are starting to apply for these things already, right?
Yes, I'm holding off on issuing until we make a decision on that. And the other thing I've got on the opposite side is your fee for retrieving a kayak or canoe or sunfish. It's currently $150, which I have already met with at least 3 individuals who said keep it. I put those out on a bid. Gotta do the notices in the paper. It's gonna cost me $75 per notice for 2 weeks noticing. And then we're gonna have an auction here on a Saturday morning, and somebody's gonna bid $10 the item that's sitting out there and we're gonna lose our shirts. I would suggest you take that 150 and kick it down to double the amount of the original sticker, or a flat $50 to retrieve.
Makes
Those
sense.
are my suggestions.
His
Makes a lot of
first
sense.
$50.
Alright, so what do we wanna do with the fees? Wanna start with parking?
Yep.
Okay. So are we gonna charge everyone for a parking sticker, or are we gonna keep one free?
First off,
and
I
then-
think we should make it mandatory that everybody have a parking sticker on their car in the village. Across the board, everybody, whether you use it or not. This way they know who's in the village.
That's because it doesn't code because public code all the time.
I mean,
But that's why the people are.
people come down there and they park there and, oh, I'm just gonna be here for a little while. They walk away and go for a walk, the car's there, and then they get ticketed, and then they come back here and wanna sit down here and fight it with them. So I think it should be a mandatory, across the board, everybody has to have a sticker on their car. I mean, if this was a gated community, you can't get in unless you have a sticker.
I don't think you mean, unless I'm wrong, excuse me, you don't mean that everybody needs a sticker on their car, I think you mean in order to use the
No.
parking.
No. I would sit down there and think that everybody has to put one on their car. This way, code knows who's belonging here and who's not.
But we're not a gated community.
Right.
Regardless, even
I
now,
want it to be a gated community.
I understand that, I use that as an example. But they go down to the beach and they walk away for 5 minutes.
Who's they?
Anybody that doesn't have a sticker on their car. It happens Sandy will tell you, it happens all the time down at the beach. They come down, they go for a
They
walk.
meaning residents?
Residents, yes, residents. And then they put a ticket on the car because there's no sticker on it, and then everybody wants to fight about it.
Well, I'm fine, you know, then it'll be adjudicated, but I just don't, first of all, we're saying that now we're gonna have mandatory, fees to get the sticker. A certain amount of people are gonna say, well, I don't want it. because
I'll walk down there,
just-
right.
Yeah, so if the occasional resident goes down there and somehow gets a ticket, then that'll be determined in court, but I'm very uncomfortable with, everybody has to do anything.
I agree.
So I would not.
Very few of the tickets that I prosecute that are from, no stickers at the beach, are from, non-residents that, park their car at the beach while they have something else to do. You know, they stay overnight somewhere, they park the car and go for a walk, they visit somebody, whatever it is, but they're using the beach the park as their parking area,
And they get a ticket.
and they get a ticket. It's
Okay.
very few
Resident.
residents without, I mean, once in a while I've gotten like a new car, you know, some things like that. And those, we deal with them, you know, if they come in. But it's mostly, the tickets, no stickers at the beach are almost always, non-residents that wouldn't be eligible for a sticker.
So now do we just make it that the first one's not free? Or do we still make the first one free and increase the fee for the second and third and fourth?
We're losing money though. If there's, the stickers cost money.
Yeah.
So, and it would be ridiculous to charge $1 just so that we're not losing money. So I think if we say that there won't be free tickets, everybody who wants one, this is what it costs. Make it reasonable, whatever, I'm sure people need. I mean, $5 is not a big deal. If we want to raise it beyond that, then there's some back, you have to do a little talking.
Okay, how about now the dinghy racks?
You have resolution on that, guys?
What?
Resolution on that, please. What are we doing on
Well,
that?
can we do them all? When we do all this, and then do one resolution?
Well, I think we should consider having some of these are in the code, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I think we need to consider maybe having
I don't believe the fees.
No, the fees aren't. The only fees
Fees
are printed
aren't.
with the building
then you
department.
could do it without it.
Okay, dinghy rack is what now? How much?
Dinghy rack is 15.
Do we wanna increase that?
Let me just ask something. Didn't we have a discussion about not having enough dinghy space, room on the racks for all the dinghies.
This year we had enough space, right?
That's
There's
because
multiple,
That's because when we have a couple of multiple users, we slice down to some from 3 to 2.
The reason I ask that is because,
But we have a lot of them sitting on the ground tied to posts.
when you, raise costs, you're affecting usage in some way.
Mhm.
It costs more, people tend to have less users and so on. So we probably should consider that when we say, well, we're gonna increase it, and we're gonna increase it by a little bit or a little bit more, depending on whether or not we feel that people are kind of taking advantage of a cheap situation and loading up on use of it.
I don't think raising it, a certain amount, minimum amount, would impact anybody who wants to, or is deciding whether or not they want to use them. I mean, certainly all the boat owners are gonna still get a dinghy permit, and residents who wanna walk down, take their kayaks off, I'm sure another $10 or so isn't really gonna impact them on their decision for an entire season.
Okay, so you're saying that shouldn't be a factor. It's
That
just-
really shouldn't,
So-
as long as we don't go to $200 per season.
What are we gonna raise it up to,
Right.
25,
Like you said,
It's now
15?
15, yeah, I would say raise to 25, I think that's very fair.
the mooring fee, is that $10 you said? So
Right.
it costs us more to have somebody call the town of Poquott than a process.
Well, right now, you're getting the mooring fee would include $10 for the mooring and $15 for the dinghy. For the boat owners that utilize the mooring and the dinghy rack at the same time.
So make it 25 each. On the parking stickers, where were we gonna do with those?
$5, but none would be free.
That's really not gonna increase your revenue any.
Well, increase
We'll increase it a little.
$100.
I mean, if
So
you're
why don't we
talking,
make it $10?
if you're talking about all of this involved, you're talking about, going to at least $2,000 or $3,000. Your 1% increase, your $1 increase, 25-cent increase on your taxes brings only $3,200. So,
But if you-
looking at that aspect of it.
So instead of charging $5, why don't you make it $10?
Well, I think because we're getting all the people that were free first. How many people applied for the first sticker free? 100?
130.
Right.
140.
So we're gonna end up getting that revenue that we don't get now, which I
As
think.
long as they have trucks coming to us, I don't care if that, even if they're not paying, some of the people have, but that they know that they live in the village.
Mhm. I think just not giving out any free stickers and charging $5 would be fine. Okay. Do we have to do a resolution for that here, or do we do that?
I think which ones that's not in the code, we could do a resolution, I just think it should be, I think it should be expressed in the resolution that this is, to make these practices so that basically they're self-paying, that we're not doing, the board isn't really doing as a revenue generating, it's basically to stop, to absorb the costs of administrating these services, because we're really not talking about generating, this is not a revenue generating, but what the purpose of this is, of what I'm hearing is basically just to, so that
Break even.
offset the costs that we have in administrating this.
You know what, Joe, Jonah, did you want to also talk about the dinghy fee, right?
The retrieval fee?
Yeah. Okay. So it's $150 now, you're saying to cut that down?
I would cut that down, yeah. Try and get rid of these damn dinghies that are in the back, without having to worry about what the hell's going on with them.
Well, Diane,
I've got a
you're the one who
sunfish
looks
down
at
there, and the sunfish basically, if I just have the hull, it's useless. So somebody else is walking around with the mast and the sail, and the tiller. So who's gonna buy the sunfish base that the owner told me to keep it? $50 you'll retrieve it. $150, he says keep it. Same with the dinghy that's out there, the guy told me, yeah, keep it.
How many boats did you take in?
I think 16, I think 16, and I just got the first $50 from Joanna. Who isn't here.
Fifty or 150?
That though,
50.
I think, yeah, I
So,
don't know,
okay,
if that's in the
change the rate?
code,
Is, no, I don't think that's
it is.
For $150?
Mm-hmm.
We had sat down there and said that we were gonna do this, in light of the holidays and Christmas and whatnot. And she was here in December and we told her $50.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's a different,
I think that,
that one's different, it's not a fee.
I think that we should, based on what I'm hearing with these, the cost of these ads, I think that if these are not licensed boats that we're talking about, they don't have a New York State license on them.
No.
I think what we should do is just discard, I think that we should give, 1 or 2 notices to the owner and then discard them,
Okay,
and then that's it. You know, this is,
as far as
if the
changing
person
the
came
fee
in
though,
and was very expressed herself, I mean, she considers it junk, I don't think that we should determine ourselves that it's not junk. You know,
okay,
if it costs us $150 to get rid of a boat that nobody's gonna pay, somebody might pay $10 for, we should just get rid of it. With notice to her. I mean,
okay,
that would be my recommendation, declare it abandoned and then send another notice to her.
but
Does
to
anybody
change
have a
that
question?
fee, to change that fee though, the 150, since that's in the code, that's a different process than the other.
If it's in
three
the code,
codes.
yeah.
Okay,
So if we're reducing the retrieval fee, it would be for another reason. It's not obviously generating.
Mhm.
So it just raises the issue, which is not revenue, it's about not having these boats left on the beach, so you have to deal with this.
exactly,
So maybe it's for another time and another discussion, but to figure out how we could increase our efforts to get the word out. I mean, I know we put these notices out and about, and somehow people come in and say, I didn't know about it, or, you know, I mean, they're negligent, it's there.
Mhm.
But we have to be,
it's highlighted on the form,
yeah, because we're really doing it for us
Mhm.
now. I mean, we're trying to help people and say, look, get your boats off the beach. You know, thinking that, you know, some storm is gonna wash it away, but it's become a nightmare for us.
Mhm.
So we need to put out a big sign at the entrance to the village, deadline, get your boat, you know, something where we can say, look, don't leave your boats down there, but it's not for them, it's for us.
Mhm.
And maybe by increasing our efforts, we won't be in this kind of situation.
Well, for this year, why don't we just have the clerk's office call the 16 people and say it's $50, come get it, and let's try and get rid of them before it gets too cold. Right, everyone agree on that? Okay.
Okay.
I would, you know, just to formalize that, I would do a motion and a second and a vote.
Okay, so a motion to, lower the fee for, picking up
So
your
moved.
boat from $150 to $50.
For the boats for this year,
Yeah.
2015 leftovers.
All in favor?
Uh,
And what do we do about the other 3 fees? Should we do that at the business meeting, the resolution for that?
What are the other 3?
The parking that we're gonna charge everybody now, the dinghy racks are going from $15 to $25, and the mooring fee from $10 to $25.
I would do it for business meeting,
Okay.
yes. And then, you know, I just wanna mention that some of these fees, the fees that we're talking about so far are minor fees that, like I said, we're just trying to recoup the cost of, processing them. But there are things that people do in the village that they get some significant economic gain out of, like subdivisions and building and things, and we, you know, think that we should go through those fees maybe. You know, if we're in a situation that the state is putting this limitation on us, and it's affecting what we're able to do, I think that maybe we should go through these other fees, where, you know, where the people are actually getting an economic gain out of, applications they make to us.
Okay, so for next month, then we can look at the building, the planning,
Yeah, no, that's in our codes,
Okay.
maybe we should, vote to have a public hearing for next month on those
okay.
fees.
Do you have handy, can we get, how our neighbors are structuring their fees?
Yes,
So we don't know.
yes.
The motion on the fees?
We do a resolution at the business meeting. mean,
The other,
yeah.
okay,
Okay,
sorry.
so do we wanna set a date for, well, we can do that, cause I have all the other dates we have to do. We can set another date for the public fees.
Right, we can do, and we'll do that at the next meeting in
Okay.
a few minutes. Vote on it.
Alright, anything else on the budget? Any other items that people want to consider?
Okay, I've spoken to Frank and he's coming up with some kind of plan over here, back over there, maybe,
Oh, okay.
maybe.
Oh, you have these?
He always sends in,
Yeah.
just so you know, they always send in their own plan
Right.
with the cost and
Yeah.
whatever it is, so.
Impossible, that's almost impossible, but maybe.
Well, that brings us to our next.
I'm sorry, can I mention something?
Sure.
I'm sorry, excuse me. So, one of the things that I think we need to look at is the fines.
Mhm.
Because with the end result of these people we're talking about, the non-residents, as I mentioned, is starting from $50 or $75, whatever it is, and working down, you know. We even have fines that are $25 for some things, you know, we should really look that all over, so maybe we could consider that at a public hearing also,
Okay.
please.
Okay, so our next thing, is we have a complaint from resident on, 2 Shenport, is it 2? 6 Shenport. I didn't bring the pictures, did you bring the pictures?
No,
Okay.
I probably have it back
You wanna grab them? So you can,
here. In my back, can you get me one?
oh, yeah.
In my, this isn't getting out of here.